it happened. And I think that, first of all, I'm trying to think about it from a perspective of like a younger sister or someone that I really care about. Even the other day, like I was texting just about her life and everything that's going on in her life right now. And I thought to myself, like, how protective I was over her, especially before she was 18. And if something like that was happening to her, I would never let it fly. Well, you know what I mean?
It's honestly fucking disgusting. And I also think when you're that age, you think you know everything and you think you're way more mature than you actually are. Mm-hmm. And then from our age now, we can look at it in hindsight's 2020 and it's like, oh my God, you were a child.
Yes.
You were young.
I think a lot of things like that happened to me as well, because I really did have to grow up severely at a really young age.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like by the time I was 16, I truly was just like, even when it came down to knowledge and wisdom and everything, I was a 21-year-old.
You were forced to grow up so early.
And because of that, a lot of shit ended up happening to me that probably shouldn't have happened, right?
Yeah.
And I think that I also have a really bad case of to be 100% truthful, when I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like, why the fuck were you doing that? But there isn't a part of me, at least at 25 now. I mean, I look back and I would never do anything like that. So I'm like, the fuck was wrong with you?
Yeah.
But I don't associate or hold it with trauma because I am such a comparative person where I'm like, so many worse things have happened to me. And that's bad.
I was just about to say, you can't do that to yourself, though.
Cody Ko, a well-known YouTuber, is facing serious backlash after Tana Mongeau, another internet personality, accused him of having sex with her when she was 17 and he was 25. This controversy has sparked widespread discussion and led to significant fallout, including a noticeable drop in his subscriber count and pressure from the online community for him to address his allegations. How will this situation affect his career, and what does it mean for his future in the YouTube community? What led to the initial revelation of Tana Mongeau's allegations against Cody Ko? How did D'Angelo Wallace's video impact the discussion surrounding Tanya's allegations? And what specific details did Tana reveal during her podcast that contributed to the controversy? In May, YouTuber Tana Mongeau said on her podcast that she had a relationship with Cody Ko when she was 17 years old. Not many people talked about it until July, when another YouTuber, D'Angelo Wallace, made a video about it. The video got really popular and a lot of people started paying attention to it. During a live podcast recording of Cancelled, Tana Mongeau, now age 26, dropped a bombshell that caught the audience's attention. While responding to a question, she hesitated for a moment and then blurted out, "Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Ko," referring to the popular YouTuber. She then added, "I can say that. I was literally 17, revealing that she was underage at the time of their alleged encounter.
When she was a minor, but YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mongeau. And you know that people are ignoring this because nobody is working harder to bury the story than you. And you're getting away with it because commentary YouTube has a serious problem. I can't blame any of your viewers or my viewers for not hearing about this because you've done such a good job hiding it up until now that I only found out about it recently. The situation has been talked about by smaller channels, it's been discussed at length on other platforms, and it keeps almost hitting the mainstream, like with this Rolling Stone article or this H3 podcast discussion. But the reason it hasn't caught on yet, despite all of this, is that none of your friends, nobody on your level, nobody in the commentary niche with enough pull is willing to admit that this situation makes you look terrible.
However, the situation took a turn in July when YouTuber D'Angelo Wallace addressed the issue in a video titled "An Uncomfortable Conversation About Cody Ko." Wallace's video, which garnered over 2 million views within a week, urged viewers to consider the seriousness of Mongeau's claim and not dismiss it as mere gossip. He stressed the importance of addressing the allegations and not allowing them to be ignored. Tana Mongeau, known for engaging storytime videos, has built a reputation for sharing bold and sometimes controversial tales online. In 2018, she famously attempted to host a creator convention called TanaCon as an alternative to VidCon. However, the event was a logistical nightmare as the venue could only accommodate 5,000 attendees, but around 20,000 people showed up. The chaos resulted in many being turned away, and the event was ultimately canceled. After TanaCon, Mongeau transitioned to co-hosting the canceled podcast with Brooke Schofield. On the show, they discuss various topics, including internet drama and their personal experiences. Recently, they have also used the platform to critique other influencers. For instance, Schofield had publicly addressed her former relationships, including ex-boyfriend Clinton Kane and former friend Zach Sang. She openly discussed a past encounter with Cody Ko, stating, "This isn't just some crazy gossip. I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25. She expressed disbelief at her own actions, reflecting on the situation with a critical perspective now that she is older. Mongeau's revelations have sparked discussions about the responsibilities and boundaries within the influencer community. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Florida law states that anyone under 16 cannot legally consent to sexual activity, regardless of the other person's age. Additionally, those aged 16 or 17 cannot consent if the other person is 24 or older. This legal context is crucial in understanding Tana's recent claims about an encounter she had with Cody Ko when she was 17 and he was 25. Tana discussed this on Cancelled, where she mentioned that while she doesn't view the incident as traumatic, she now feels that she was taken advantage of. She further elaborated on Trisha Paytas's podcast, expressing how disheartening it was to see the negative reactions and disbelief from people online. Mongeau noted that many dismissed her story simply because of her reputation, which she finds troubling, especially for young women who might look up to her and feel discouraged from sharing their own experiences. She also suggested that Ko's popularity might be shielding him from criticism, saying, "If it had been someone less liked, I believe there would be more sympathy for my situation." This statement reflects her frustration with the public's reaction, which she feels is influenced by Ko's favorable public image. As the debate over Tana Mongeau's allegations against Cody Ko continues to heat up, Ko's social media presence has taken a significant hit. In just 1 month, he lost over 160,000 followers, according to Social Blade, a site that tracks social media statistics. The backlash has even affected his business relationships.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, "Hey man, you probably don't know, I know she looks a little older, she's underage, watch it." And he's like, "Oh my god, thank you for telling me." And then he turned that.
This is really bad. People make accusations all the time.
In Wallace's video, he included a clip of Gabby Hanna, a former YouTuber, discussing a past incident on another podcast. Hanna recalled warning Ko that Mongeau, who appeared older, was actually underage at the time. She said, "One time I told a guy I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, 'Hey man, you probably don't know. I know she looks a little older, but she's underage. Watch it.'" Additionally, drama channel creator Daniel Keemstar, known as just Keemstar, shared a post on X revealing that Hanna had informed him about the situation years ago. Hey, don't hesitate to comment down whatever you think about this. And while you're down there, make sure you smash the subscribe button for more upcoming videos. Until then, keep exploring.